So I'm going to be doing basic training, but I also want to talk while doing it. One, to show that it actually doesn't take as much force or effort as some people might assume. Don't get me wrong, you do this for like 10 minutes straight, and you're going to get tired. And certain movements are going to take more out of you compared to others. But all your basic movements, especially with a great sword, especially if you're doing more montante style, they're not as difficult as others might want to make it seem. By no means am I perfect. There's a lot of things I can work on. Even as of right now, I know my form is really not the best. Like as of right there, my form kind of messed up. But you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. Sitting here doing this and actually swinging goes to show that even if you mess up, you shouldn't get discouraged. To keep on going and do the basics, get better with them, and then you're able to speed up and have fun. Once you get better with your basics, once your cardio gets better, you're able to do more. And that's, quite honestly, that's what a lot of basic drills are for. Like speeding up that little bit, that was more tiring. Trying to talk while moving, very tiresome. There's a reason a lot of singers practice it. Instead of holding in all your oxygen and using it for your movements, all of a sudden you gotta delegate it to multiple things. But I'm doing this to try to help people not get discouraged. As someone who used to be 250 pounds, as someone who used to get made fun of, I want to help encourage people into trying newer things and maybe even attempt things like hema or martial arts. I know right now there's a huge rift between people who practice martial arts and a lot of people who don't. As of right now, you have people who will make fun of people learning how to even box. Because in today's society, you have people that are just, oh, what's the point of learning to swing a sword or to throw a punch when you could just pull out a gun? And technically, they're right, but that's not the reason why a lot of people learn martial arts. Is self-defense the number one go-to idea? Yes. But once you're in it for a while, you start doing it not for self-defense, but for the cardio, the physiotherapy, being able to have control over your movements, and being able to not be as frustrated as you might have been in the past. And there's nothing wrong with that. Even for myself, I failed a lot when I first started. I used to have a lot of anger issues. I was someone, again, I used to be 250 pounds. And doing this very much has actually helped me get better, to want to practice. I got all the way down to about 180-ish. After being 250, I was happy with that. And that's where my whole thing is, when it comes to HEMA, martial arts, or anything like that, the basics are a great way of learning to have control over your life so you can actually function. And I want people to not get discouraged just because they mess up. Even in this video, I have messed up a couple of times. My footwork can 100% be better. When it comes to striking, I could put more oomph behind it. But as of right now, I am sitting here trying to have more of a conversation while showing people some of my basic training that I do. And there's nothing wrong with that. So, if you're learning a new skill of any kind for whatever reason, keep on going, keep on trying. There's nothing wrong with it. If you mess up, you know what? Account for it, learn from it. That's all I can ever say. Even if you fail, you can still learn from it. But I hope this video was able to get some people to think a little bit more of, some of the things they want to try, and maybe help encourage them to try it. Don't expect yourself to be perfect right away. You're going to mess up, and even if you do, you can learn from it. Messing up is one of those things that you can learn a lot from, compared to doing things successfully all the time. But I hope you guys have learned something. I hope you were able to enjoy this video, and quite honestly, I just hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And if there's anything you want to put, leave it in the comments. I would love to have a conversation with more and more people, especially about HEMA and stuff like that. But I hope I was able to encourage you guys to not give up, and I thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate all the support.